things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Ruston, Louisiana, Joe I.A. Stadium, home to the Bulldogs of Louisiana Tech. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the New Mexico State Aggies, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. New Mexico State will kick it off and will be underway. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Louisiana Tech's offense will start this game off. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Johnson looking to throw. He walks one down the sideline. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So the New Mexico State Aggies offense will have its first possession of the game. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand that this guy is a top-shelf player. And I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get...
Touchdown, Aggie! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic than they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Johnson wants to throw it. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Bulldogs want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on fourth.
He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Handoff from the gun. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. He'll off one deep down the left side. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. So now it's 2nd and long. He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. They ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And this ball will be down at around the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Johnson looking to throw. Pressure coming. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun, running back gets the gift. And he'll be stopped for no gain and will be stopped for the end of the first quarter. That's it for this period. New Mexico State has the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. They're setting up the screen. He gets it up to the 17 before being wrestled out of bounds. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. Takes it on the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, New Mexico State. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick, you could play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on them. So quick, so elusive. That's such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score a TD.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Pittsburgh is down right now, but this young man under center has shown some moxie today. We could see a legend born in the Steel City. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Cal. Any big changes in this ACC clash? We've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Bulldogs are in the hurry up. Let's take a second to think about Louisiana Tech. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. The RPO, it's complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to scramble. Got the this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Johnson wants to throw it. Here's a heat. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Man, really good job by this defense staying positive. They gave up a bunch of yards, got down towards the shadow of their own goal line. 2 straight passes, 2 incompletions, trying to just get off the field here with only giving up 3 points.
Let's it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement. And, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
The AT unit on the field. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead at half, down 14-7. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Out of the gun, the running back has it. There he goes. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
Finds his man. It's Dickey. He goes out of bounds right at midfield. And the Aggies have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Looking to fire. Lost one deep down the right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up. The Aggies come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. Quarterback on the keeper. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. The last time they punted, it went back for 6. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Johnson looking to throw. Unloads it left. He's got it. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the 1st down at the 41. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Underheat, and he gets rid of it.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. A 4th down. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Ruston. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at the Joe
from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. Looking for a man, it's Patterson. He'll pull it down. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking downfield on 1st down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. Makes him talk to the hand. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the 1st down. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
That has got to feel good if you're this offense picking up that 1st down by running it, because we know the struggles they've had this season, particularly on 3rd down. So to come out here, run the ball, keep the drive alive, let's see if they can generate a little bit of momentum.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Sends it back in motion. To the air on 1st down. Fires deep for the end zone. Touchdown, New Mexico State. And they take it in for 6 more points. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job, you got points, now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's stopped after picking up 1 to the 23. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Johnson wants to throw it. He hurls one deep down the left side. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. This will be the 5th kick of the night. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Well, if you're trying to throw these curl routes against zone coverage, you got to have great timing. Nice job there by the quarterback, understanding where he wanted to go with it, but also the conviction. Did you see the arm talent on that throw?
That's a big one. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. I don't know if it was luck or a aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. This New Mexico State offense is pushing all the right buttons. That's it for the period. Break coming, and New Mexico State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. They'll try to keep this puck moving on the ground. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Might be calling a hot route. They've got him looking one, but they're going to throw it. Buys a little time. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. New Mexico State has it first and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to throw, it's Patterson. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Aggies! And they add 6 more to go with that trip to the house. Oh, that one hurts. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated, whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams. They have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Pitt looks like it sent the JV squad out there today. An offense that can't move the sticks, and a defense that looks disinterested. So unlike this program. They're trailing by 24 to Cal. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back. If anything develops, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He makes the catch. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
I know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the fourth quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
Touchdown, Bulldogs! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory. Turning it on! Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Looking for space, it's Peoples. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running range, to get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Right back to him on the ground. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be first and goal from the 6. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. satisfying play in football, and they remain undefeated. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job on this team being ready.